We're on ours.
Oh.
Yeah. She doesn't even know. She has
I
no
don't
idea.
know.
He's like, I
So I
don't
was
know
like,
why
how
I'm
did you get
here
the
or who
mic?
I am.
I just thought that we were doing it on his channel.
Do you
Well, it's
know
odd.
that we have this bottle?
Kira doesn't know much.
I don't know.
Do you know that we have this and we are going to be consuming it now?
I'm excited to consume it, but I didn't know what it was.
She doesn't remember. So, real quick, it's odd that Wilmington Piper puts this chat up because Wilmington, the reason why we're starting a couple minutes late is I was explaining to Trev that the bottom fell out of our internet upload speeds sometime in the last hour. So, like always, the Mormons are attacking us, even if we're not on a Monday night. And if somehow we drop out, it's Trev's stream. So, just FYI.
It looks good. I got it right here. You honestly sound better than the last time we did this.
Oh, dude.
You
I went
remember?
back to get tasting notes off of the live stream when we picked this barrel.
Yeah.
And our audio was horrible. Like, huge freaking kudos to everybody that stuck that out because that sucked ass.
Yep.
It was that bad?
It was real rough.
Huh? Don't remember.
Yeah, Trevor remembers.
He was there.
You were there. I lost my virginity to your daughter. You were there.
You disappeared for a while, and then half the words we didn't even know what you said. I don't listen to Kira anyway, so 25% is all I got. So,
And somehow we picked a banger.
We did pick a banger. I'm excited. I don't
Is
remember
that
the last
your
time we
bottle?
did this. Yeah, the bottle's almost gone.
Yeah, so this bottle arrived to us on the same day as Presley's, I'm going to say it, then you say it.
Okay.
Quinceañera.
Quinceañera. Pot of coffee.
Quinceañera.
Quinceañera.
Don't try to confuse me by throwing other words in there.
Just say pot of coffee.
It just sounds like it
and then that's how you-
echoes in the room. We're saying the exact same thing. Anyway, it arrived on the same day as the quinceañera, and I'm completely saying it correctly. I will say pot of coffee correctly too.
Pot of coffee.
Pot of coffee. But this went to the quinceañera, and so people had some.
I have extra mom vibes tonight. Yeah, this is what I wore to work today. So F you, Odyssey Rider. Okay.
yeah, what the heck? You have extra dad vibes.
Actually, he does. He still has a newborn at home.
I
Odyssey
know.
Rider.
It's wise.
Yeah. That's probably a compliment coming from him.
I don't think you're being rude. What's that supposed to mean?
Listen, he didn't call you a young mother.
That's true. Thank you.
Oh, man.
I'm just stoked that, like, I love that it's you guys is in the internet. That used to be my problem all the time. Internet always down. If it thundered, internet's done.
Oh, yeah.
And now you got that fiber.
Dude, I'm very jealous of your fiber.
I'm
especially
literally streaming in there, and I have my TV on out here, and I'm just bogging it down to test it. Not bogging.
Just imagine all the environmental damage you're doing.
I mean,
Are you also
I'm just joking.
Are you also downloading songs off of Napster right now too?
Napster only Metallica off Napster.
Every bootleg, 3-4 copies of each song.
I just typed in Metallica and hit download on every single thing that popped up.
Oh man, Napster back in the day.
It'll be fine.
Like I've always been a Weird Al fan, right? Like I love Weird Al and Yankovic. And back in the day when we all had Napster, you just never knew what you're gonna get. So sometimes you go Weird Al and you're searching by Weird Al and you see these song titles you didn't know or recognize. As you download them, they're not Weird Al at all. It's some asshole like me doing parodies, listing his song as Weird Al so that people will download it.
Napster was before me. It was LimeWire first,
Yeah.
and then FrostWire was the one that I got, it was literally LimeWire but blue.
Oh, I had Share Bear. Does that recall? Does anybody remember? Or was it
Is that the Care Bears?
It was like Share Bear Share.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It was illegal either way, but it was so fun. It was so fun to be doing illegal stuff back then.
It was also like barely illegal because everybody was doing it.
And now you just get caught for every little thing that you do.
I will say I forgot which one I downloaded. Again, it could have been a total scammer too. But I got a freaking letter in the mail.
Oh.
from like, it was pretty legit. It seemed very legit. Like this is like it was like the record label, and was saying like, our activities show that you downloaded this particular album. I mean, they had it like to the T. So I feel like they put on that album like on the thing to catch who downloads it. You know what I'm saying? They're like baiting. So they knew that it was me.
Oh, 100%. So before we get to David Goldman doing Bear Share, which I believe is a gay website. But my younger brother also he actually got a cease and desist from Disney because he was downloading. He had a young one at the time. And so it was still during that era. And he just started downloading every Disney movie possible. And apparently, even back then, even like 15 years ago, they could track that shit. Because he was like, Adelaide was just born. And he's like, I'm going to download. And Disney Plus wasn't around. And he's like, I'm going to download every Disney movie I can find. And eventually, Disney lawyers contacted my brother in the mail.
Yeah, you can't. It's Disney. Yeah. What an idiot.
I think I've looked this up extensively because I was paranoid after that. Like, man, they got me. I'm going to prison. But I think how they get you is it's a thing called seeding. So when you download it, other people can kind of leech off of your download to make it faster through the program.
What?
So they can go after the people who are seeding too. They'd be like, hey, this guy has it downloaded because everyone's seeding off of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's how you shared. I think that's how Share Bear was, or whatever.
Bear Share?
Bear Share, yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I had the thing and then everyone could take it.
Here, keep talking. Goldman Sachs.
That sounds good.
BitTorrent, yeah.
So,
remember that.
The next live stream we do without Trev after this barrel pick will probably be David Goldman's flight. And David, speaking of this chat, he got a gift off of Bear Share, which again is an adult male gay. That's not a dating site; it's a bang site.
Adult male.
And this is a gift he got off of Bear Share
for free.
So, yeah, so you just.
How do I get that?
I like to poke it.
Yeah, you go man like this.
Like, does anything shoot out of it or what?
If you do it hard enough, yeah, surprisingly, it's very accurate. Yeah. If you do it for long enough with a steady enough rhythm, surprisingly, it's very accurate.
For 45 minutes.
Dang.
Not me. 45 seconds, maybe.
Kenneth says nothing's free. How did you get that, David? What did you do, David? What did you do?
Oh man! And then all right, so real quick,
I see Jonah's here.
Jonah, who is our he's my best 15-year-old friend outside of my daughter. Don't ask questions. Says, hey guys, asking for a friend. Who was your favorite person in the court except Presley?
No.
Probably Maria.
I was gonna say Vince.
Maybe Ava.
And then maybe Bia.
I would say Bia too. Who else? I don't even remember who else was in the court. I think that was the whole court right there.
That was it.
Yeah.
Molly was there, but
was she in the court?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, there you go.
That's all
Jonah.
That we remember.
Jonah, you dick. Of course it was you. All right. Anyway.
You dick.
You dick.
Making us look like assholes.
I mean, he didn't have to try that hard.
All right, man.
You don't have to try.
So I went back and went through that terrible audio live stream and I captured notes.
Mm-hmm.
I think we did a good job. I think you did the best job of all three of us. Trevor and I just kept calling out that it's like an Elijah Craig barrel pick over and over and over and over and over again. She did a great job. You and I shit the bed. But you have time to redeem yourself here.
I'm freaking ready. Have you already poured it?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. This is it right here. I'm just nosing it.
Thing yet. I saved it right here.
Aw, look at you.
I'm excited for
that
everybody.
Cherry.
Here, this is for Kira.
Lose your virginity. Oh! Here, Trev, you have a.
Yeah, it's just me. I don't know what happened. I think their internet went out. Everyone.
Oh, just giving you honors, dude. Your first pop of this pick.
Oh, I literally thought you just vanished.
Yeah, you got a little too excited.
Yeah, you were real excited. You're like, I'm going all night.
Well, no, I was just worried that because it's been going so well, and then I thought it just died. Holy crap! What's the color of this thing?
So Joe Dick and Uncle asked for the mash bill. It is 74% corn, 16% rye, and 10% malted barley. It is Green freaking river, as Trev is showing off here, dark as shit. Keep showing it off.
Mm. Mm.
That is,
Mm.
I like the noises. And for anybody who has had Green River before, and if you missed the live stream where the audio was terrible, this is off profile for Green River, and I think in a positive way.
I know some Green River stuff I am not a fan of. And I was when you were like, we're gonna do a Green River pick. I'm like, really? Are we? Are we gonna do that? But this is so different. Like,
all right, I want you to. Trev went somewhere. Probably. Oh, I think he's getting stuff out of the oven.
Yeah.
No. My dog is outside too. It's just me at the house. I don't know what to do.
The person who's actually in charge is nowhere around.
No, yeah, I got the dog out, and my problem is she stares at me through the window, so I think like she needs in or something. So I was like, let me go let her in. Nope, she's back at staring. I think she just wants to stare at me, but be outside. So
yeah, she wants to know what you're doing.
Exactly.
And what's he doing in there? I don't want to come in, but what's he doing?
He's like so confused. Just like, what are you doing? Lay down, do something.
That's all dogs do. They lay down. That's it.
That's it. Fly Fisher, I wish it was us. This was a quince damage. Quinceañera, this thing went, and we were lucky to get it back because they wanted to keep it.
They wanted to keep all the bottles, and then I just cried, and then we got them back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I remembered that this was freaking delicious, but I don't remember it being this delicious. That smells impeccable, dude.
Dude, okay, so I went back and again I watched that. We all ranted and raved about the nose on this thing. I don't know that we were very descript in our ranting and raving, except for Kira, but we all were like, "This nose is crazy." Trev, you during that time said it was the best nose of the bunch and exponentially better than the Green River pick that you have.
Oh yeah, I will stand by that through and through. Even now, I have not repurchased another Green River Full Proof because I knew this was coming out, and I was like, I'm not spending money on that. I will literally just save money for this. It's so
Quince
much
party damage on that bottle, and Jonah says, "Sorry, I drank the whole thing." Might have been some underage drinking going on at the Quince that we weren't aware of.
Hey,
it's a hell of a bourbon to cut your teeth on. Hell of a bourbon to cut your teeth on.
Compared to brain candy, oh Scott, nothing's ever going to compare to brain candy.
That's ridiculous, Scott. But I love you.
Shut the fuck up, Scott.
Could it really? Like, I mean, that's like comparing apples and oranges. You know?
So true. Plus, brain candy is so sentimental. It's different.
It is.
I think it was a banger. But this one, so I had one sip of it.
Yeah.
At first, it tasted like this caramel pretzel kind of deal. And then it morphed into this weird, like, grape berry flavor.
You know what? Okay, so I, again, was very nondescript on the nose last time. On the nose this time, it definitely has this grapey nose to it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it also has, like, you know how like Heaven Hill 7-Year Bald and Bond on the nose tends to be sort of fruity? It sort of has that kind of a fruity vibe on the note, like a little bit of like Kentucky bourbon with some fruit notes over top. But that grape's coming through. That grape almost Buffalo Tracy on the nose.
Oh, don't say that.
I just did you taste it or are you still smelling it?
I'm still smelling. She tasted it.
The first time out of the bottle. And
yeah, taste it. Tell us.
You stole the word as I was tasting it when you said mixed berries. That's got to be it. When I think of what a mixed berry is, I don't even know what it is. Raspberry, blueberry, freaking all berries just mixed.
All the berries, just mix them. Yeah.
Because it is maybe if you had to single one out, maybe it does go a little Buffalo Trace grapey, but it's not like an Eagle Rare. I feel like is all grape.
Right.
This doesn't have just the grape.
Exactly.
You know.
For sure. It's like Bubblicious, but the good stuff that is not for sale anymore.
Oh.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, so it's a square piece of gum.
The stuff that had the fentanyl in it.
Ah, dang.
Fentanyl jokes are in, dude.
No
I'm
fentanyl
down.
jokes.
I'm in. They're in.
But yeah, no, it tastes like that juicy, like burst. But it's at the end of the drink, which is weird to me. Snozberries, that's it.
So we did if you were the highest tiers of Trev's Patreon or our Patreon, you got a pre-release link on this thing. Don't try to upgrade right now to get it before tomorrow. I've already locked down our highest tiers, and I think Trev has pulled down the post.
Or we'll freaking find you.
And Trev will find you and probably kiss you. But everybody else, pipe holes and down for us, gets this thing released tomorrow. We haven't talked about times yet. We can talk about times, whatever, but we'll give you plenty of notice. But it will be released tomorrow, and there is no bottle limit. There's a decent yield on this thing, like 144. So if you want to buy 2, I would recommend buying at least 2, especially at $65.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now, I bought 2, and I'm going back and buying more.
We bought
Which, by the
4,
way,
and one's almost gone, and I'm thinking about going back and buying more before we release it to Patreon.
Because this is something, dude, that I just know. It's one of those picks where it's like you'll find yourself reaching for this more than you would like to, and then it's going to be gone, and then you're going to be like, crap, I bought a backup, but it's so good, I'm just going to open it, and then it's going to be gone. Just like Gene's Weeded Wiener and all that stuff. It's like by the time you're like, dude, I need to get more, it's gone, and then you're screwed.
So what's interesting about what Wilmington Piper just said, he gets marshmallows on the nose, which to me, again, is very Buffalo Tracy. Like Eagle Rare to me is very marshmallowy. Which, again, when we first had Green River, you're like, I don't like Green River. We've had a few picks. I don't like it. I like the Junkies pick, but I've had some Green River I wasn't fond of. This is so off profile that all the notes you're hearing right now have been Buffalo Trace and Heaven Hill. No one's like, yup, it's standard Green River.
Yeah. Not at all.
No.
Marshmallow, I like that.
But then again, I've only tried like the regular Green River stuff, so I don't know. I feel like if this pick tastes nothing like the crap you get on the shelf. And I like the stuff on the shelf, but this is exponentially better. So I don't know if the other picks do this thing. Like the other Green River stuff I had was not this fruity and not this I don't want to say Buffalo Tracy because then you're going to expect this to taste exactly like a Buffalo Trace, but it's more in that realm than I would expect from a Green River.
So when we did it the first time, we actually, believe it or not, even though we're on this Buffalo Trace note kick right now, none of us brought up Buffalo Trace the first time out. The thing we kept comparing it back to was an Elijah Craig pick.
Yes.
So, and I think there are vibes of that here too. David Goldman, world famous dentist, says Justin says hi. Justin, hey buddy, thank you so much for dancing with hot chicks and being awesome during the Quince.
And apparently upstairs at the after party, the girls were like, Justin's really cool. So I don't know what you did, Justin.
Did you pop it? You pop your top, buddy? Show those muscles off?
I'll be right back.
Yeah, okay. You're good, man. We'll flirt with the chat.
It's going to take me like 20 seconds to throw it in the oven.
You're good, man. Jonah back in the chat. Fentanyl jokes are the best jokes that Dave knows. And that's why me and him are friends. Don't ask.
No fentanyl jokes.
So somebody asked, how do you get this? So again, you got to be part of the paid tiers, either Trev's Patreon or Patreon. We're dropping the links tomorrow. We don't know what time yet, but sometime tomorrow we will drop the links. We will give you plenty of notice. We will figure out what times and give you a couple hours notice. It's Bourbon Outfitters is being distributed through. They ship to most states. For some states, you're going to have to phone a friend. Like, for instance, they hand deliver to our state. And they don't hand deliver to Trev's state.
Yeah.
So I had to go and I drove down and I hand delivered it to Trev and I drove back.
Or just drop it in the mail.
Are you talking about your hand delivery?
Yes. Yep. Then I drove down, gave you a kiss, handed you a box, and drove back.
So I don't know if I've told this story yet, but just last week or maybe the week before, I did tell the story because I went on a huge freaking rant. First time in my life, I'm getting a box delivered to me. Adult signature required. Someone's sending me a box of, like a distillery or somebody. I don't know. You know how they do that. They make you sign for it. I wasn't going to be at home, so I changed them to take it to the UPS store so I can come and pick it up. I go to pick it up, and dude's like, you can't do that. And I had to run after the driver and made him send it back. And
dude, that happened to me once.
I go, for one, you little freaking, the C word wanted to come out, right? And I was like, why don't you just stay in your lane and go stick it in the corner and let me come and pick it up? Ooh, we can't have alcohol in the store. Little goblin boy, dude.
Yeah.
Pisshead.
Yep. No, we know exactly. That's exactly what happened. David was pleading, doing all these different things. He's like, no, dude, I know the law. You can't have this bottle. We're sending it back. We're like, dude, it's already right there. Like, I'll just come 2 blocks away and
It's
get it.
more work for all of you, dude. You just ran out of the store to track this poor driver down and be like, you can't drop this off here. That dude did not care. Here, take the box.
Yeah.
Just put it over there and let the guy come pick it up.
Yep.
What are you trying to get an award for Employee of the Month, you loser?
Yeah, it was something really. It was for me. It was even before the channel started. Cause I'm into whiskey. I'm getting more into it, and I found some places that hand delivered just happened to be through the mail.
What was that shitty whiskey thing that you could get like samples of whiskey?
Flaviar. And I ended up buying a bottle or two from Flaviar. And despite the samples continuing to come to my house, once they could hear the glugs of the bottle, which I still have PTSD over hearing glugs in a package, it got shipped back.
Yeah.
Paul, no, we'll end up doing like we normally do. We'll drop pipe holes, give it like an hour, drop fireballs, give it like an hour, like that kind of thing. So again, higher tiers get rewarded always.
Which it will be though, like since we've already done like our top tiers, it should be less. It'll be starting, and I'm gonna go ahead and resend a notification to those other guys too, like tag in each one, just to blow your phone up and annoy you. But it'll start more at like in the middle of the pack. So a lot of people about to get it all in one go. Like the first hour, it'll be a lot more people.
For sure. And for everybody's knowledge too, so this is our first pick distributed through Bourbon Outfitters. And the way Bourbon Outfitters works is they don't want to be sitting on barrels. They want to move them. So we already told the junkies when we did this pick, hey, typically in the first week, we move like 100, 110 bottles. Our Patreon crew, they kind of get through a couple bottles. They order some more, and we sell out a barrel in about a month. Believe it or not, we need to move faster than that. So if you ordering one, you think you might want to, order 2. Ordering 2, think you might want 3, move 3. Because after y'all have dibs on it for like a day or two, the junkie is going to open up to their Patreon, and this thing will be gone.
And so, I don't want any of them to get this. This is ours.
Just don't fool around with that first order. If you think, based on what we're talking about tonight, what you read in the tasting notes, if you think, man, I might want a second, I might want a third bottle of this, get it on order number 1.
And mainly, another good thing too, getting it. If you think you're on the edge, you're going to save on shipping. Throw the code on there. You do it all in one thing. Bam.
So the code is all one word, Whiskey Channel. You get 5% off. And if you're ordering, especially if you're ordering like 2 or 3 bottles, it cuts shipping in half. So this
Whiskey Channel with 2 N's or 1? That was a joke.
What's funny about the joke is I actually had to think, how many N's does channel have in it? And then I was like, wait a minute, is there an N in whiskey? Then I'm like, what's my wife doing to me? And then I'm like, oh, that fucking bitch, she's smarter than me.
Eyes, I could tell like you were like
there was like wheels turning, smoke was coming out.
It's like when I told Will Henderson like years ago when he was showing the plans, and I go, do you have the letter H? And then he looked at it and I don't know. Remember? No. Okay.
No one knows.
No one knows.
So, Trev, and now that I'm nosing this thing and I'm a little bit warmed up to it now, had a couple sips, I completely understand how we kept calling out Elijah Craig vibes the first time out. Because once I'm like acclimated to it, like it does give me that Elijah Craig store pick on the nose. If you were to put an Elijah Craig store pick in a glass and make me sniff it next to this, I don't know that I'd be able to tell the difference.
Do we even have
what my notes were on it?
Yeah, you and I both bought Elijah Craig notes. Yeah, Elijah Craig pick vibes on the nose big time. That's where you and I both were.
Even now, I'm especially more as it opens up. It definitely does. It gives you more of the and maybe that's what was confusing me on the palate with the Buffalo Trace. It's definitely like you get the charriness of like an Elijah Craig barrel proof, like the barrel and the fruitiness.
Yes,
like you're getting a lot of the barrel.
So a guy named Faderade says, does Trev know how to give notes? Trev, I'll throw it one to you.
Does Faderade know how to do push-ups being in the Navy?
Faderade!
Go, dude! My uncle was in the Navy SEAL. Can they kick your ass?
Wait, who?
Trev? My uncle. He was a Navy SEAL. Could he kick your ass?
The SEALs call us for backup.
Do they? Okay, I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
I don't know. I've never been called by a SEAL.
All I know is that he scared the shit out of me all the time. And
was he in like Vietnam?
No, he's your age.
Oh, so maybe like Iraq War?
Oh, I don't think you're supposed to say Iraq. It's Iraq.
You said you're who? Your uncle?
Yeah. David's pretty fucking old.
Yeah, I was actually
David is pretty old.
I was a teacher of the 3rd grade when I met Kira. Kira was in the 3rd grade. Somehow it worked out. It's okay. Laws were different a couple years ago. It's fine. Now I'd be in jail, but back then they were like, "Hey, it's true love. Go for it."
Yeah, so it was definitely after Vietnam. So maybe it was Afghanistan. I don't know. All I know is he's very scary and intimidating. And every time that he was around me and I was doing something, for example, blowing my nose, and he was around, I would somehow have snot still in my face after I wiped my nose because he just scares me so much.
Oh, I thought it was because
nose
he would
properly.
come up and like grab your nose or something.
Got your nose. Got your nose.
No, it's like PTSD. He hears like a loud noise. It's like, stop that. Incoming fire! Yeah, he's fine.
It's fine.
He sounds like a good guy.
So dude, another thing I wanted to say about this bottle.
This freaking bottle right here, man.
Yeah, so I normally love rye. That's what I tend to do. And because this is bourbon, it just feels so off kilter for me. But I just love, I can't get over the sweet fruity notes. And I think that's because I love rye so much and I get so much sweet fruity off of it. And that's all I can concentrate on with this one. I know that there's more to that powdery gum, whatever, but
sure,
that, I don't know. That's what my favorite part of it is.
I can totally see, especially if you're more into the rye, it might be like the fruitiness of the rye. This has tons and tons of fruit.
Yeah,
it really does. And I would say we should clarify that because it's not like a finished whiskey fruit. I'm not even sure how to describe it. I mean, you have this robust, punchy Kentucky bourbon that's clearly there, maybe leaning a little bit more. For those of you that aren't familiar with Green River profile, maybe leaning more towards a wild turkey-esque-ish Kentucky profile. But then you have these fruit notes in there, which aren't like a finish.
Yeah.
But it is almost maybe MGPE on the fruit notes.
I like that. I like more little MPGE.
Yeah, miles per gallon?
Whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, first bottle kill this one. This one's gone. There we go.
And but there's something else about, I don't know how to explain it. It is a really juicy bourbon.
I just knocked everything over below me. Sorry.
Gosh. Yeah.
It is. And I would say this too, something that I think we put out there for Patreon, but we didn't mention here yet. A lot of our picks, I believe, drink below their proof point. This one's a 6-year-old. I think somebody asked over there. 6-year-old, 128 proofer. The yield's 144 bottles. I think this one drinks at its proof point, and that is not a critique.
I think that's true because you're right. I think maybe that's again that sweetness because of the high proof. Mm-hmm. This one, I don't think it's very hot, but I know that you probably do.
It's not hot. It just drinks. So think of a Jack Daniel's pick. They're always 128, 130, 133, and they drink at that proof point, but not hot and astringent. To me, this is very similar proof point wise to a Jack Daniel's pick that's high 120s, low to mid 130s, drinks at that proof point, but not hot, not astringent.
Yeah.
It's full.
Think what it reminds me of because I think it drinks. I guess everything. Now that I'm about to say it out loud, I'm like, dumb, an idiot. I don't even know. It drinks high proof, but it's not burning me. It almost drinks like a freaking, one of those Four Roses private selects. But then I still feel it though. So I don't know.
Yeah, Chris got it. It's the rye drinker's bourbon.
It's a rye drinker's bourbon. Yeah. Even though it's not even
say shit like
it's not even like a high rye bourbon, but it's a rye drinker's bourbon.
Yeah. because I just love rye way too much compared to anything else. And I just don't typically reach for a bourbon. And this one is pretty good, pretty damn good.
So Jonah coming in with some more facts. No, Kira, it's not ORAC. You're just drunk, and then Kira knows about that incoming fire.
I'm not. If not Afghanistan, Persian Gulf.
Will T?
Maybe.
Gotta have been.
That's a good thought, actually.
Yeah. I don't know. All I know is he's got babies all around the world.
As army men or military men tend to do.
Yep.
And he's scary.
They're dipping that wick in every wax they can find.
So he's very, very handsome, if that helps.
I mean, look at Trev. When you think about
I'm just kidding.
Oh, you had the mic on. I was like, that was funny.
Just kidding.
He's a married man, ladies and men.
Were these at the EverNorth tasting room?
So, from what I hear, because the franchise was there for like the 1 year anniversary, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
From what I hear, the junkies were taking some people around. Because I don't even think they were bottled by it. I don't think they were bottled by the anniversary party. But the junkies was like, hey, let's pull some stuff out of the barrels because the junkies are awesome and they always do that kind of stuff. Oh shit, Tom, I completely forgot. You texted either the day before the quinceañera or the day of the quinceañera, and I'm like, I'll get back to Tom right after this, and I completely forgot I owe you a text. But I believe the junkies were wandering people around being like, hey, that's so-and-so's barrel. Do you want to taste? Hey, that's so-and-so's barrel. Do you want to taste? So the franchise was the first dude to message me to be like, yo, I was there.
And just taste.
I had a pull from your barrel. It slaps.
I would trust Gary with my life.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So therefore, if he says it slaps, I don't know. I feel like Gary wouldn't use that word sparingly.
I feel like
he would use it sparingly.
He's a kind man, but I also think that he's a very truthful man. I think if he didn't like it, he just wouldn't have said anything at all.
I think, yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
you wouldn't have even known that he tried it.
Exactly. I don't think he would have left that message if he was like, yeah, the nerds and turds really fucked this one up.
I feel that.
We would never
There's
know.
no way that he could. I don't think he's so kind. I don't think he has it in him to be like, guys, that's not it. I think he's just going to be like, you know what? I'm going to internally hold this, and they will never know that I hate it.
Uh-huh.
So, Daniel, I don't think any of them are actually going to the EverNorth tasting room. At some point, they had talked about that, but I believe the full yield, the 144, went to Bourbon Outfitters. So, after our crew has a day or two crack at it, so I'm assuming like Friday and Saturday, our crew will have a crack at like those 2 days, unadulterated, uninhibited. But the junkies are going to release it in some way, whatever we don't sell out of, which we probably won't sell 30 or 40 of those bottles of the 144. Realistic.
I don't know. You guys need to prove us wrong.
Honestly, you're missing out if you don't get this one. But if there's any left after a day or two, they're either going to open it up on their Facebook group or open it up to their Patreon. I'm not sure which. Probably their Patreon, and the rest will get snapped up like this.
You know what? Maybe it needs to happen because when all these random people are like, "What's the nerds and turds?" and they're talking about how good this is, and then someone's over here like, "Oh, I didn't buy one."
That's true. You're going to feel like a bitch.
And then freaking Bill down the road, who doesn't even watch us, he got one. Freaking Bill.
I love these scenarios.
So
I mean,
the
everyone
vast
has a neighbor
majority,
named
they're not
Bill.
mad about it. I hate Bill so much. Also, it's cool. So it's like a store pick, but a store pick that says nerds and turds. How cool is that?
It's like, what was that first one that we did, you guys, that just said nerds and turds on it? It didn't have like a funky sticker on it. It just had.
Do you mean Sagamore that has the tag that says nerds and turds on it?
Maybe is
That might be.
Yeah.
This is my last.
What did have a sticker? Okay.
My very last one. This is one of the only picks that we've done that I don't have an unopened bottle of because this is also one of the best picks I think we ever did. But nerds and turds, they're on the label. How fucking cool is that?
Yeah, I thought that was so. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a tag with our shit on it.
Yeah,
Like,
the
who gives a
tag
shit
really
about
made it. You know, stuff like that made me feel good. Like the little sticker on there, and the tag was like, "Come on,
Mhm.
why did you even need to add the tag?"
I know, so cute.
It's sweet.
It's a cutie. Oh, do you guys know Severance's last episode is today, I think?
Oh, I know that.
Or this week?
I think March Madness is happening today too, actually. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not following any of it.
Paul P was talking. He's like, "Oh, I'm watching March Madness. I'm not freaking watching my friends."
Pulp said that? Pulp said that? That son of a bitch.
He said it. That's his words, not mine.
I hate that guy so much that I might kiss him on the mouth.
His name is Pulp. Did you guys ever go to school with a person named Paul?
Yeah, they were always the worst. They were always ladies, man.
It's just really?
Oh yeah. All the Pauls totally slayed. They were dripping in bitches.
Paul I knew was a freaking nerd.
Was he a turd?
Oh, well, he smelled like turds.
Well, there you go, nerds and turds. That's all an homage to Paul.
Sorry, I'm late. We don't.
Kira was literally talking about her 7-year-old lipstick before this stream.
I did not throw it away. I'm scared to throw it away. It's
the best looking dude in Whiskey too, besides Trev. Still a compliment.
Yeah, do push-ups.
Right
And the best drummer.
The best drummer.
Minimum.
Oh, Trev, Pulp heard all of that.
Oh, I thought we ended.
He's still there, bro. He's upset.
You know, more and more.
What I said, and it's the truth.
How far have you gotten? This is like probably my 4th glass. I don't even know how many now.
Go ahead.
Dude, it's so freaking sweet. Like I love. Well, I guess not. I guess it's sweet to me because that's what I'm like. I love about it. I can't wait to open up that next bottle.
It's open right now.
Oh.
I opened it anticipating you would drink a lot.
And can we talk about, like, not gonna lie, like the label? For one, the label itself is sick. The texture, it has texture, or like it feels different. I don't know. It doesn't have texture, but
you just sit and touch bottles.
Have you never just picked it up and like, why is this like so? It just glides, you know.
So, Kira, what you don't understand that Trev and I do, hard, long, cylindrical items are things that men's hands gravitate towards.
He also did like this. It's like a nipple rub.
That's a natural.
I was like,
this is also natural. This is also natural.
Oh gosh.
All those things are natural. So gross. The way that God made us.
Way too close to where you poop and pee.
I'm gonna go ahead and just grab the bottle here. Oh no, that's not the bottle.
Okay.
But let's. All right, Kira, close your eyes real quick. Give me both your hands. Close your eyes. Which is which? You don't even know.
Oh my gosh, this is the penis.
Yeah, you don't even know. You don't even know which one's which.
It's the same girth, huh? What she's used to.
She's used to. No, I've never done it. It's so gross. So gross.
Trev is very textural. He eats Snickers bars vein side down for the field.
Hey.
That is actually funny.
Hold on, food's done.
Christine Vasco, just stroke that long tube of liquid. Trev likes to rub the bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Cam's still here. Brain candy made my butt wet.
Oh my gosh, do you still have some? I want some. I want some.
All right, so Cam, don't tell her we still have an unopened bottle of brain candy, but I'm not going to tell her about it because it'll be gone.
See, okay, and then also he's going to save it for the apocalypse.
Yes.
Okay.
There's going to be an apocalypse. You'll be happy you have brain candy.
There's going to be some weird solar flare, right? Where what is it? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Wi-Fi.
Solar flare.
The Wi-Fi said that there's going to be a solar flare. Sometimes it's this year. So brain candy.
All of the electricity, all of the power.
Some people,
everything's going to go.
Some people like they prep with food and water and toiletries and medicines and guns and ammo. I prep with brain candy.
Because I'm not going to last that long to be like, I think I'm going to go out with this gun and see if I can't find a can of beans. I'll be like, no, it's not worth it. I'm just going to get drunk and lay here.
Kira's played way too much The Last of Us. She believes that if she just wanders around the landscape, there will be random medicines and foods and cakes and cans of beans to heal herself with.
Why wouldn't that be?
How it works.
See? Exactly. Oh, did you hear? Also, The Last of Us 2, the TV series, coming out. Is it?
Oh, is it?
Is it in May? I don't know. KJ, you still have your unopened. Oh yeah, he's putting that up for auction actually.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
That's like worth like $750.
Well, I know back when we first released it and obviously it was a joint effort with like Mash and Journey,
Mhm.
and it sold out very quickly. But there was people, and I think KJ, you're the one that told me the story. There were people messaging you, offering you $500 for that bottle at the time, and you were like, "Oh hell no!"
Now he's like, shit, I know what I got. Dilly. Wait, isn't he live?
Well, I have no idea. I mean, we're live. How would I be watching camera now?
Trev, what
How
time
would
does
he be in here?
Yeah, how would he be in
He
here if
was.
he is live? Is Independent Joe live right now?
No, he goes live on Sundays or Saturdays or Mondays or Tuesdays.
Is
Look.
Jakob Enriquez live right now?
Sometimes
Jakob?
things happen in lineup, and this is just what we got to do.
Oh, he's not going live today. Okay. What? A King of the North?
Johnny Five, you know that's one of Kira's all-time favorite whiskeys.
Yeah, just if you want to give it to me, that's
You
totally.
haven't opened up Jon Snow.
Yo. Well, is he the king?
Well, it was a Junkie's pick through Cat's Eye. It was a Canadian rye, and I don't know what was
26 or 27 year
right
old.
with it or wrong with it, but it was fantastic.
What was wrong with it?
It might have been something wrong with it, I don't know, but it was real damn good. You know, like Gene likes to buy like off-profile shit. You know Gene. Like
Yeah,
he loves like, oh, this is weird and whatever, and I've got a big penis, and you know.
Dude, that thing's huge.
He was walking around the Quince with a bottle like I would, and he was just like doing this, like walking around, and I was like, "There's children here," but actually, I really didn't care.
They've all been through sex ed.
Like that's fine.
Sex ed is very rigorous these days. Very rigorous.
They learned about anal sex.
Who did?
Why did I whisper sex?
Just
Kids. Kids learned about it the other day in
Dude.
school.
Was
well,
it
that
like
too.
a class? Was there like a class? Like, hey, we're gonna learn about anal.
No.
Well, it's called the only guy we know that knows a lot about anal.
Yeah.
It's Gene Nassif.
I was like, yeah, I don't know.
He's pretty good.
He's pretty good.
Paul Hawks, video games have been spreading this myth for years. No cans of beans growing in Michigan. Not the right climate for the growth of cans of beans.
But when I go into the grocery store, there could randomly be a can
You
of
think
beans.
you'll be the first person to loot
the
the
bathroom.
grocery store after the apocalypse starts?
Or it drops out of someone's car along the road. I mean, there's
As cans of
possibilities.
beans tend to do.
I mean, have you ever just had a can of beans?
Dude, she's Mexican.
They're
Of course, daily.
But what kind of bean? There's so many beans.
Well,
I'm sure
refried
there
beans
won't
I
be
eat straight out of the
really
can.
Mexican beans. I'm sure it's gonna be pinto beans and stuff. I don't know. Maybe that's a Mexican bean. I don't even know beans, but
I don't know.
it's not like you know, you go to the Mexican restaurant, it's just like mashed up mush. Ain't gonna be
Yeah.
that.
That's the best kind.
It is actually.
It
That's
won't be
that's
that.
called refried beans, not mashed up mush. Have some respect.
Independent Joe, I just learned about sex as well. It's when a bee sticks his finger.
Sticks a
Oh,
stinger.
sorry, his finger in a bird, but actually it's a stinger in a bird.
That checks out.
Okay, when I had sex ed, we didn't learn about anything.
Oh no,
I didn't know what hole was what. I didn't know, like,
I still don't.
now they know all of the positions. They know, like, I'm just like so confused.
So Trev, back in my day, and obviously
Why
I'm
do they
the.
know? Okay, any carry on.
Oh no, you're okay. So they gave us sex ed. I think I was in the 9th grade. They waited until the 9th grade back when I was in high school. So it was like 92.
It was too late.
And for some people, it was too late. There was already pregnant chicks in class. But they showed us this video, like they would separate boys from girls, and on the boys' side, they show us this video of like a mom and a daughter talking about like this not so fresh feeling, and like it was just very, very confusing. And eventually, we figured out they were talking about periods, but it wasn't like graphic enough or explanatory enough because we were all confused. They turn off the video. They turn to a group of 8th or I think we were maybe 8th grade. They turn to us and they say, "Hey, does anybody have any questions?" It was so confusing and so vague that the kid next to me raised his hand and said, "So can boys have periods?" And literally, it was so confusing and so vague. And I was raised in such a bubble. I was like, "That's a decent question." And like there was like 3 seconds of silence. And then one boy started laughing. So they all started laughing. And then I felt like, oh, maybe I should start laughing too. Like I know that boys can't have periods. So I started laughing.
We got 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah. So we are shutting this thing down in 13 minutes. So As much as I want to talk about vaginas, let's finish up some
It
of
was
this.
totally good. We should have brought her in to ask this because when I was in, they did the initial sex talk thing was in 5th grade, and they literally all it was they basically beat around the bush of what a wet dream was. And I'm like, I was like, dude, what do you like? What? But they were so vague. Like, yeah, you might wake up and you're gonna be sticky. And, like, and I was like, what the freak? Like, how am I getting sticky, bro? Like, what is it? You gotta explain.
Like, what happened to me? Did someone come in? And I don't know.
You just some things happen, and I'm like, come on. And then they had a little pamphlet, and it had like basically like a diagram, like a drawing of a penis becoming erect, and then like I remember we'd go to recess, and we went up to all the girls and like, hey, look at my book, and then show me yours. So we're like showing them this like penis, and then they were like showing us, oh yeah, look, we have periods.
So you guys learned more than I did.
Oh
we
yeah,
also had a
granted it was all like drawings and stuff, but
we also had a pamphlet like that too, and it was sticky tapioca pudding and what you need to know about wet dreams.
Oh my gosh.
It was very descriptive. I'm still scarred from it.
I love how that's all of this can be etched in everyone's memory while you drink this bottle.
Yes.
Exactly.
All right, so quick call out for Independent Joe. Everybody that we love apparently is in a whiskey battle part due on Friday. Get into that.
Yes.
I will not be live tomorrow too, so just go to that pre-game and then go to that.
What is it? So 6 Pacific. Oh, I was like 6 o'clock. That's early, but Pacific time.
Yeah, it should be just
PT. Water and 0 booze.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fun for you.
You told me already, but what are you doing tomorrow? I forgot.
Nope. I have a 5K Saturday.
Oh, that's what it was.
So I am not going to be showing up freaking hungover because I have a time to beat. And mark my words, I'm going to beat it. So I will not be drinking tomorrow.
Good for you. I'll walk 5 steps tomorrow morning.
I've been on the treadmill 3 times in the last 5 days. I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Hey, it's a start, brother.
It's all walking, but I'm feeling good about it.
Dude, you're looking freaking jacked.
Oh yeah, dude. I did like 3 to 4 push-ups today, twice, a total of 7 push-ups.
Have you done a cock push-up?
Ooh.
I take pills. I've got low T.
She'll like it.
You should be able to do plenty of them.
Christine Vasco, whatever. I've drank before many races. The many sounds of alcoholism.
That's why she makes so many friends when she's on the races.
She's like, she's so friendly. She's like,
here's the thing.
How about you?
Here's the thing. Like, I drink, and I've had plenty of. I've went on many runs the day after my Friday night live stream, and I do a great run. But when I'm I paid to go to this race, so I ain't showing up hungover.
That's true.
And I am literally the last race, I nearly died. Like, I pushed myself so much, I felt pain in parts of my body. I didn't know you could have pain. So,
bro, you're getting older. What are you? I mean, you're almost 30, right?
Yeah, it's all downhill from there, I've heard. So I'm taking advantage of this last couple of months.
All downhill, dude. All downhill. All right, so we do have to wrap up in the next 9 minutes. All 3 of us have a hard cutoff. So let's fucking. All right, so tomorrow, patrons, Treb's Patreon, our Patreon, link coming out. It will be timed. Released by tier, $65. Bourbon Outfitter, 6-year-old, 128 proof Kentucky bourbon out of Green River, off profile for Green River. Used to be compared to Elijah Craig's store picks. I think there's still a comparison there. We're now discovering upon drinking it again, there are some definite Buffalo Trace vibes there at 128 proof, which if you're trying to buy Buffalo Trace at 128 proof, you're spending a bajillion dollars, not 65. Let's fucking wrap this thing up with some killer notes.
All right, hold on. You start. My oven's going off again. Everything's done but the vegetables.
Mine's all gone again.
Well, you have a whole bottle right next to you. You're acting like you're so poor and like, I have no. Oh, there's a whole bottle
Gone again.
already opened.
Okay, that's fine. You know what? That's normal for me.
Already opened and prepared for you.
Yesterday, Dave and I watched The Holy Grail, and what else did we watch?
One of my favorite movies of all time, The Interview.
The Interview. And I was already blasted by The Interview. I was ready to party, and you go, "You're ready to go to bed."
I said we're gonna go to bed at 1:30 a.m.
I know, and I was like,
on
I
a
just opened the crackers. What are you talking about?
on a Wednesday night.
Crackers and cheese time.
Okay.
It was bedtime, I guess.
So getting back into this, I had
Oh my
noticed
gosh, smell it when it's first opened.
it's insane.
So, okay,
All right.
I didn't get that smell when the bottle was already opened and like half emptied or already emptied. Right when you crack this thing, holy crap! It's like a cinnamon pretzel bun that you get from. I always want to go back to Disney. We go to Disney, is that caramel house in the German area or whatever it is. That's what that so now it smells like caramel popcorn.
Oh, 100%.
It's crazy.
On the nose?
Mm-hmm. But I just opened up a new bottle though.
But you still, well, so did he. But you still have. So the way I like to.
I'm doing some damage.
Oh, dude, you're doing.
Here's
great.
an update. So basically, guys, I want you to look at it now, and then I want you to look at it like next Friday when I'm live, and it will be much less.
It is giving me this vibe of like, I hate to say it, there is definitely Buffalo Trace, high proof Buffalo Trace vibes there. Easily tastes at its year mark of 6 or 7 or 8 years old. It's a 6 year, but it's easily could be confused for maybe a year or two older than that. But where else are you going to get something that has Buffalo Trace vibes? And I think some slight high proof Wild Turkey vibes at that price point, at that proof point. And it still has the Buffalo Trace kind of fruitiness, Wild Turkey kind of like that off profile Kentucky. It's not all nuts, it's something else. But the more I go back to this, the more this is a special freaking bottle. And even right now I'm processing, do we need more than one open bottle and 2 backups?
Well, is the apocalypse coming?
I don't know. I'll have to check in on my horoscope for that, but we might have to order more before we release it. I don't know.
It does. I could see it more of like a Elijah Craig barrel proof / high proof Buffalo Trace offspring of some sort.
100%.
Exactly.
Super fruitiness of the freaking Buffalo Trace, but I feel like Buffalo Trace barrel proof stuff doesn't have the barrel and like the depth. It seems so light and fruity, but then nothing. There's like nothing of this like thick, caramely, barrely thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is both.
Dude, that's crazy that you said that.
Wants to be is what
I agree with that.
Exactly. I always wondered why people are so hard for Buffalo Trace. I'm like, it's really not that great. Like, I just never got it. And now you explained why.
It's so easy. Like the stuff is like, it's fruit. And then like, really, you can't even the high proof stuff. It's not like it's like that rich or anything. So it's, I think it's honestly for people who are getting into it. Then you're like, man, barrel proof. Remember the first time you've discovered barrel proof? It's like, holy crap, this is awesome. But you're still kind of new into it. It's like, yeah, it's easy. That's why you're liking it so much. But you start comparing it to stuff like this. I don't know. To each their own. I mean, I'm sure some people will never like something like this, but
sure,
they're also Mormons.
Attack our internet. So
Mormons won't like this.
Szymanski really wants to hear from Kira because Szymanski literally is the only things that this man buys are things that you recommend.
Okay.
And while you're going back in for one more sip to prepare for Steve, I'll throw another comparison out there that I think is a little bit of a stretch, but I'm telling you, I just got those vibes. How many people have had a Blanton's Gold? I'm getting. I'm not saying it's a 1-to-1 comparison. I'm saying that there is reminiscent feelings between a Blanton's Gold and this.
When did I have that?
You and I have had it a couple times, yeah.
Remember those?
Anyway, Steve wants to hear from you.
Okay, so I had just tasted it, It's such a nice like caramel salted caramel. And then on that back end, you're getting this like burst of mixed berries, like a gum juice fruit, but it's strange, right? Because it's the back, it's not the front. It ends with that. And then smelling it right out of like this just opened bottle. What did I say? It smelled like vanilla creme brulee. That is not what I said.
You said a lot of things. That wasn't one of them, but I agree with that.
Oh my gosh. It was like I said it was like Germany's Disney Epcot, that little schoolhouse place. So you have like the caramel cinnamon rolls, but the cinnamon rolls are made out of pretzel bread. If you can, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. I love rye. I would prefer a rye. I am so surprised I like this.
Mm-hmm.
But Werther's Caramel Shop. That's it, Mark. Yes. You get you get the popcorn.
Steve, dude.
And I keep throwing in like I really feel like there's this weird wild turkey in there too, and that's probably just me.
You keep doing
I keep
that.
doing it.
Like,
No one's agreeing with, but I'm going to keep throwing in there. High proof wild turkey. It's sort of like that little bit of that funky off profile Kentucky, because it's not straight up Kentucky nut. It's not Barton. It's not fully Elijah Craig or Heaven Hill. It's not fully MGP, even though it has a lot of. We keep calling out those notes or whatever.
Mhm.
It's got this funky thing below it, and I'm trying to describe it. And to me, it feels like wild turkey sort of below some MGP, which is probably the dumbest thing I've said all night. But that's all I know how to describe it as.
It is a weird description that you say, but you know what? You're having a human experience.
I'm having a human experience.
That's okay. Glad I suffered through Trev's mouth diarrhea.
Hold on, Trev. Jeff, are you ready?
Trev's getting skinny.
He looks hot as shit, dude.
Am I really?
Yes, you're looking skinny.
God dang it.
Oh, you don't want to be skinny? I'm sorry.
Well, I ain't gonna go into it. This is the second time I've heard that, so I'm like, okay, I guess I'm looking different.
Okay, well, eat some potatoes, maybe.
No, I'm running like every day, so I figure that's just part of it. But
Stop running.
So Corn and Whiskey is trying to bail me out in my awful notes. Thank you, Corn and Whiskey. I appreciate you. Wilmington Piper, it's not Green River either. So, and I know we got to wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Of the 4 samples that we had, I think at least 2 of them were very on profile for Green River. Yeah. This is off profile for Green River.
Not even close. I'm going to stick by that through and through, that this is not like any Green River that you're going to go, not the Green River weeded, Green River foolproof, Green River freaking whatever you see sitting on your store is not like that. So, but that's the thing. Like, if you love those, I think you're still going to love this. It's not like I'm going to be like, oh, well, you're going to just try something totally different. But if you've tried those and you're like, yeah, whatever, well, then you're in a rude awakening for how good this is.
Sure.
Yep, exactly.
All right, so we are at time. Trev has to literally run. He's got shit he's got to do. We have to run. Kira and I will be back either Monday or Thursday of next week. We've heard that some people like Thursday better than Monday. So stay tuned for what day we're going to go live. We will do the flight that came along with this, or that this came along with the flight for next time we go live sometime next week.
Yes.
Drop for this barrel pick tomorrow. Trev and I will figure out the times. We will give you a heads up. We will drop the links tier by tier by tier. If literally, I think we're between Bourbon Outfitters and the Junkies, maybe we got 48 hours where it's just y'all's, and then they're going to open it up and it will be gone. If any of this sounded like a decent bargain to you, any of this sounded like it was good whiskey to you,
$65.
Get more than one Whiskey Channel, all one word, for 5% off, which if you're buying more than one, really puts a dent in shipping. Trev, close this thing out, man. What are you thinking?
I think this thing is easily in our top best picks we've ever done. I would say, I know a lot of you are going to buy it. You're already there. If you're on the fence, then you need to grow up. You need to freaking get it.
If you're on the fence.
I love it.
If you are on the fence.
There we go. That's right.
I'm just saying this thing's so good, and I don't know. I think
it's perfect.
Steve really got me in the feels, man. I don't know. I ain't gonna die.
Friggin' Mr. Semantics. It's okay. Corn and whiskey. Typically, it makes it to all tiers. We told the story earlier. Typically, we only sell 100 to 110 bottles in the opening drop. So you will have a day or two to get as many as you want, but it won't stick around like it does on Mash Network's site. Junkies will make sure it sells out on their site. Better than Wiener. It's hard to describe because Wiener's weeded and this is not.
Yeah, it's so different.
It's so different. It's almost like comparing apples and oranges. Do I think it's as much of a bang for the buck as weeded Wiener was? 100%.
Yeah.
Number of bottles, 144, but understand the top tiers have already bought some. We bought 4. Trev bought a number of them. There's probably 110 left right now for the rest of the tiers. And we got to get out of here.
I would imagine usually when we drop these, probably, I don't know, later in the after, like 4 or 5 in the afternoon-ish. So it's not going to be like 8 in the freaking morning that we're going to drop this. So.
You don't got to wake up. So
yeah, no. I would say that I think we've been doing like Trev, like maybe, I think we've been starting at 4 Eastern, 3 Central, but that's from the top tiers. The top tiers already have it. So maybe that's
literally do whatever is good for everyone. I would rather, let people get off work and whatever. And
I like it.
That way
Friday payday.
Payday Friday.
Alrighty. All right, bitches. I love you. And I'm excited to live with you all next week. I missed you all. Trev, I haven't missed you as much. That's okay.
Trev, I missed you desperately.
Why is everyone attacking me?
Why I oughta.
Why? Please, guys.
All right. Good night, everybody.
All right. Love you all. Mean it. Trev,
So
play the outro?
What?
It's fun.
Channel long ago, the algorithm said that I should check it out. I love my whiskey and I love a whiskey show. It's been 10 minutes and what the fuck is this about? But then they finally start to catch up with the chat and become friends, and it never ends. I know it never ends. Said she burned her hand at school last week. Lost a fist fight to a grandma with no teeth. And David told us he can only poop alone, just as dude wipes and his anal beads named Steve. You promised a postcard to the winner of Kahoot, but I'm sorry, friend, she'll never send. And I can't believe I'm watching this again. On Monday night should be in bed, but it's whiskeychannel.com live instead. All I ever wanted was a good whiskey show, but it's whiskeychannel.com live instead. Just stained Kira Selena shirt, and Nostradamus shaved her unibrow for free. And David's mustache was a hit at Jeremy's gym, but Frank Thomas couldn't help with his low T. And if the stream should freeze and lose the audio, the Mormons are the